Here he is.
Morning.
Morning, Mr. Biddle.
Hello, lovely to see you.
And you, nice to be here finally.
A simple greeting, something which at one time we all took for granted on a daily basis. But for the last 14 months, like many others, Daniel has been shielding and has hardly left his house. Having now had both jabs, today he returned to the office.
I was just excited about getting back to some sort of normality. I've been craving this for so long. For me, being independent, having autonomy over what I do is crucial to me being part of society.
But as a double amputee with underlying health conditions, leaving the house during the pandemic has been daunting.
You become really paranoid about everything that's around you, because I also suffer from PTSD. That gives me a heightened sense of threat towards my own safety. You put that in a mix with an airborne virus, all of a sudden everything becomes a potential threat. So it has been really difficult to try and kind of look at what the future could be.
Daniel was injured in the July 7th London bombings. At 26, he was left with life-changing injuries and spent a year in hospital. Being stuck at home during the pandemic brought back similar emotions.
I started to feel institutionalised again, if that makes sense, because I wasn't free to move around. I wasn't able to even silly things like go food shopping with my wife and things like that. The things that you just take for granted. That started with leading to the anxiety, the flashbacks of being in hospital for so long. So the mental side of it has been really, really tough, to be honest. The depression started to creep in, so I had to go back under a psychologist's care, and it's been incredibly tough.
Daniel works for a company helping other disabled people find work. He hopes that flexible ways of working during the pandemic will open up more opportunities.
There's no excuse now, and I think that's one of the things that I'd like to see good come from the pandemic, is that organisations start to reevaluate how they operate and work becomes a reality for a disabled person, not just an aspiration.
Daniel also hopes others can overcome their fears and get back to living their lives.
It's nerve-wracking, it can be quite apprehensive, it can be quite frightening, but there's a lot of things in this world when you've got a disability that are like that, and most disabled people overcome that, and the mantra that I kind of have lived by is the only way out is through. Even through the roughest times, you just keep pushing forward, eventually you come through the other side of it, and since I got blown up, that's the way I've tried to live my life, and hopefully I've not made too bad a job of it.
Going by the smiles on his colleagues' faces, they are delighted to be welcoming Daniel back. Kate Lewis, ITV News, Merthyr.